Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Just wanted to show off a couple DVDs and Blu-rays that I picked up recently and a Wii game. Uh, let's start. I guess we'll start with the Blu-ray. So I found this at the flea market for my wife, The Princess and the Frog. Anytime I come across the Disney films that she's missing, and they're like $1 or two, I pick them up. I think she's missing this one. She was missing. She has the Jungle Book on DVD, so if I come across that for a cheap price, I'd probably pick that up. And there's a few others that she either has on DVD or doesn't have at all. But for a buck, I figured it was a pretty good grab. She likes Disney movies. um, Actually, that's the only Blu-ray. As for games, I finally was able to pick up with a coupon Cursed Mountain on the Wii. I've really been looking into this game. It looks really cool. There's a limited edition that's like 30 to $50 online. So I decided against that because I don't really need the soundtrack or the steelbook, but I did want to get the regular version. And I couldn't really find a good condition copy for a good price. Um, eBay put out a $3 off of $3 coupon about a week ago, and this popped up right on eBay with a new listing for I think it was $10 with free shipping. So I did best offer on 9. The guy took it, $3 off, so it was like $6 in tax. So a good deal, shipped in good shape, has a couple small minor marks on it, and it's supposed to be a pretty good horror game. I'm hoping to pick up eventually Escape from Bug Island if I find it under $5, and maybe like The Ring or whatever it's called, like a couple of the other horror games that are a little hard to come by. But again, only if they're very cheap. A quick story to go backwards. The Princess and the Frog. I was going to pick this up at the flea market for my wife, but I wasn't sure if she wanted it. So I flipped it upside down so you couldn't see the name and just kind of shoved it between the DVDs in this guy's booth. I went back about, I don't know, 20 minutes later with my friend, and it was nowhere to be found. So I said, all right, somebody must have bought it. I missed out on a dollar Blu-ray. We walked around a little bit, continued our little adventure, and I said, you know what, before we leave, let me look really quickly. So we go back, him and I are both looking now, nothing. I'm like, all right. I turn around and it's on the floor under the table behind me. So it must have fell, and there were so many people in his booth. They must have knocked it out of the way and not realized. So I said, all right, at this point I just have to buy it. Now that I put so much effort into going back and forth. Excuse me. I went to some guy's house the other day and picked up this DVD for $1. It's roughly, I think, a $12 to $15 DVD. Best of the best. This was a really good movie. I liked this a lot when I was a teenager, maybe a kid. They've done a bunch of other ones now. I haven't seen this in many years, so I figured for a buck I'd pick it up. I think the Blu-ray is region free, but it's only in the UK, so it costs a little bit to get. So it's like $20, I think. So I didn't really bother. I just figured for a buck, pick up the DVD. I also picked this up from a different person who was selling on Facebook Marketplace, The Sword and the Sorcerer. This is a really cheesy but good, like Conan the Barbarian type movie by Albert Pyun, whatever his name is, who did Adrenaline, Fear the Rush, I believe. He also did Cyborg. That's probably his most famous film, and a bunch of other B movies you definitely know. He's like the king of schlocky B movies. But this was a buck, and yeah, I always thought this was a cool movie. I watched it fairly recently on a recommendation from my buddy Tom at the tattoo shop, and for $1, I figured I'd pick it up. It goes for about, I think it's like $20. It's pretty rare at this point, and it doesn't have a Blu-ray yet. So I guess if a Blu-ray comes out, I could always sell this and pick up the Blu-ray. Sometimes the Blu-rays come out at like $8, $9. So, and then finally, this does have a Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray's like 13 to $15. This was again from the same woman who had The Sword and the Sorcerer. It is The Hidden. This was $1. It's in good shape, couple small marks. I actually screwed my friend over to get this, the same friend from the flea market. I sent him a picture of some of the DVDs that I was going to check out. And I said, do you want any while I'm there? And he said, oh, The Hidden. So I get there and I pull it out and I go, holy crap. Recently on a YouTube video, someone recommended this movie and I watched it and I liked it. And I said, if I ever come across it cheap, I'll pick it up. So I bought it and told my friend, sorry, you're not getting it. And I kept it. Um, he put the Blu-ray on his wish list, so I'm sure he'll pick up the Blu-ray eventually. It's not that expensive, but it's actually really good quality video-wise for a DVD. So for $1, I thought this was a pretty good grab. I apologize. I don't remember who recommended it on YouTube. I couldn't remember which video it was, but they were like, "Oh, you love Twin Peaks? Have you seen The Hidden with Kyle MacLachlan?" And it's definitely another FBI sort of strange role for Kyle MacLachlan. He has this like distant vibe going on. So if you like him in like Dune, Blue Velvet, obviously Twin Peaks, check out The Hidden. This was a pretty cool like cable TV movie. Well, it wasn't a cable TV movie. It got popular on cable, from what I'm reading. It didn't do great in the theaters, but once it hit television and like video stores, it did really well. So check this out. It was a pretty cool, like B sci-fi movie. So yeah, I did pretty well in regards to getting, you know, hard to find DVDs for good prices. So I've also gotten recommended to me Split Second with Rutger Hauer, which I've seen recently, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll keep an eye out for that. And We Come in Peace, which is also known as Dark Angel with Dolph Lundgren. I haven't seen that yet, but it's on YouTube, so I'm going to watch that. So yeah, some pretty random but good pickups. Let me know if you guys have seen any of these, what you think, and thank you again to the person who recommended The Hidden. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.